Today on my channel, Planner Friends, let's dive into these two wonderful spaces, both of which I purchased at bargain prices. And let's do some creative journaling setup for August. I know I'm behind, but that's okay. Let's just start where we are and pick up and move along. So why don't you pull up a chair, pull a cuppa. I've got some hot tea here. Join me, friends, for some creative fun, and hopefully we can lift each other up and maybe even talk about the joys of creativity. Please, friends, stay tuned. Hello, planner friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm One Crafty Dolo. I'm so happy you're here with me today. Thank you. Thank you for the gift of your presence, your time, your comments, your likes. Goodness knows I appreciate you, and you're helping me through a lot of things right now. If you're new, you're welcome to join my growing community. What a lovely group we have here. I'm just so proud of this space on the internet. If you're returning, thank you. I really do appreciate you. So, yes, I've got my baggies here. I divide my different paper elements, if you will, into seasons or collections, and I pretty much seasons, but then collections within those, and I keep them together here. I did grab some mini filler paper, so I've got that here. I've got this, my mini, and then this, my skinny. So let's hope we can get to this. I don't want this to be too long, although I could use some time with you today, friends. Alrighty, so this is the journal. I've created a journal in here. This was purchased for $8.50, and that's kind of a bargain to me on Mercari. These are classic size discs that I added. I haven't finished writing in there yet, but I will. And so you get the idea. I'm calling this free, you know what, let's move these. I'm calling this free range journaling because I'm just writing whatever comes to mind, however I need to write and create in this space. That's exactly what I've been doing. I use quotes in here. I just write whatever I feel like jotting down, if you will. And it's been really a great space for me. This month, as I said, I'm a few days behind, but I'm okay with that. So you can see this is a dated planner. If you have a dated planner and you don't know what to do with it, create a junk journal, create any type of journal. You can repurpose and reuse these planners, and quite frankly, that's become something I'm really enjoying immensely this year. I don't know if I'm, all right, let's bring this out. Let's bring out a correction tape in case I need that. I'm just enjoying it so much. This is from Etsy, SEW Pro Designs, I believe is the shop. Isn't it adorable? I've had it for years. It's just so cute. So I wanted to do something a little different this month. I will probably just put these together here because obviously I'm not using them monthly. It doesn't really matter to me. Again, I could repurpose that space. To be fair, I could. Maybe next month I'll do exactly that. But in the interim, let's just get in here and have some fun. So I found this, and this really stuck out to me. I was like, oh, okay. And then I went digging. So these are Simple Stories collections, kind of these simple vintage collections, if you will. Now, I save things that I make. I repurpose them. I mean, I really do save, I mean, not every scrap, but lots of scrap, shall we say. And I'm kind of proud of that. I don't know. I just feel like it's something I enjoy doing. I like reusing, like something like this, I can cut it down and reuse it in another space. So I went through here. I don't know why there's a brad stuck to there, but there is. So let's move that. Yeah, see bits and bobs here, tags I've made. So we have a lot in here, and it's not only simple vintage. Oh, I forget all the different titles of all the different collections, to be honest with you, but you can see here all these tags I'm keeping. Let's see what else we've got back here. Let's see, that's cute. I really like that. That's cute. See, something like this is perfect to layer things on. This I really like. Now you can see it's hole punched because I used it as a divider, I would guess in a personal planner from the looks of it. And then this was Simple Vintage Love Story, and I think the aesthetic I'm going for today is just this, okay? And yeah, oh yeah, definitely, we're in this space today, okay? And so I'm going to switch up how I did it previously a little bit anyway. So I'm just going to put some of these, kind of arrange them. I had pulled out this with summer, kind of summer celebration things. I'm going to leave those be for now. So I highly recommend grouping your paper, your collections, your elements by season or, you know, maker, however is going to work for you. So I have a lot of these tags here too. Some of them I've clearly used and created, some I haven't. Here's some more journaling cards. Yes, 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 yes to all this. Oh, I'm so glad I dug into these. Perfect for today. Alrighty, so let's see what we can do here. And then, as I said, I've got this filler paper. Now, let me just show you something. I like these, the pops of color in the middle. I think those are fun. And I've been using this side for journaling. As you can see, like I'll write this moment, I'll do a quote, I might do a quote or how I'm feeling here. Just, you know, yeah, hindsight is 20/20, isn't it? So today what I thought I would do is instead of, I would put things on this side and then either use color. I'm tempted to use the colored filler paper again, truthfully, friends, because it's so pretty. It was like, I think it was under $2, if you can imagine that. I saved these from the first month because you never know, you might use those again. So I think we can do something with these maybe to cover some of this. So let's look at the colors we have here again. Okay, so we have a really pale, soft blue. Excuse me, my voice. Sorry about that, friends. We have this pretty pink. Love pink. Oh, I love the purple. Actually, I think the purple would work on this one. And then we have this really nice green. So these are great. I wish I'd ordered 2-pack. Did I order 2 packs? I don't think I did. I'll have to look again. Anyway, so what I'd like to do with this space then is, let's see here. Do I want to cover? I don't really want to cover up that part. So how about, okay, let's take this out. The other thing I was thinking here is if I want to either ink here or I may just grab some pretty washi to kind of add some more color there. So before I do that, let's get over here and see how I want to do this. Do I want to do the whole thing? Do I want to clip some of it? And I kind of do. So I'm just going to kind of free range this, if you will, and cut along here. Yeah, that's good. May not be perfectly even, and I can see it's not, which is me. But I find, you know, I'm going to try to even it a little bit. I am grateful because for all the people I follow on YouTube, the planners, the crafters, do you know how many of them do not get things straight? So we're not alone. If that's you, you're not alone. Yeah, that's good. And then I think we'll take some of the, well, I don't need that top though, do I? Because of the 2024, I do feel like I want to cut it at least a little bit down here. And then I'm going to show you, I have an idea of what I want to do this month in terms of journaling and make it a little different. Need to straighten it out a little. Okay, I think that's good. And it's not going to be perfectly straight, and I am going to be okay with that. So no, we don't need the corrector tape. We do need this, however, and we're just going to, I keep ordering more refills. Like I always have a few in abeyance, and in fact we recently moved and I didn't find my stash, if you will, and then I found it and I was like, oh, because I do use these a lot. I did get the Xyron sticker maker. I don't know that I will be using that as much. I'm gonna grab some washi, friends. So since this is Simple Stories, I grabbed my Simple Stories washi. Makes sense, right? Because yeah, so in here I think I did get the Simple Vintage Love Story washi, and this is that, and I think the Wildflowers collection, something like that. So let's see what we can do here, just to make it a little prettier. This would work. Oh, this would work. It says love, 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 love. These are okay, but maybe not. This would work, but it might be too much. This would also, oh, these are getting low. I'm using them up. Well, I guess that's good, right? So pretty. I think let's use this. I was going to go with the floral, but let's use this one. But we can use the other one on the other side if need be. I am going, do I want to tape it down? I kind of do, just to make sure it's, you know, adhered. I was just looking at scrapbook.com. They have fall collections, Christmas collections out. I am so excited. I may actually spring for some new items from Simple Stories. They have a simple vintage autumn rustic something or other. That sounds really good to me. So I might spring for that. I'll see. I don't think it had washi with it though, unfortunately. So then what I did is I went on Etsy and was, oh, too long. I was looking for washi on Etsy from older Simple Stories kits, and I think I found some, but we'll see. Okay, let's just cut this here. Alrighty, friends. We're just playing with paper is all we're doing today and getting this set up. I'm going to save this. I'll probably use this on the other side. So I looked at Instagram, and somebody I followed, Christy Happily Plans. On Instagram, you can save people's posts in, like, make a collection. So I was looking at her, what would you call it? Her Happy Planner journaling spaces, and she had some good ideas. So whereas I've been doing this, what I'd like to do is something a little different, but I'm going to set up a few more of these and then I'll explain what I'm doing. So I want to use some of these larger, oh, I love this so much. No wonder oh, I love that too. Well, let's use one and then let's use the other, shall we? Yeah, we'll use this one here. Perfect. As you can see, this is super easy paper crafting, but it's also relaxing and fun. And my mom is ill, and I need to be a little creative right now to keep my sanity. And so that's what I'm, oops. Can I bring it up? Oh, I can't. Okay, well, I should have covered those up. All right. Yeah, I need this to keep my sanity, friends. So, it's so hard. I'm just trying to make it work, if you will. I'm just trying to make it work. And it's proving to be not so easy. But God bless my mother. And she has followed my channel. She's watched my videos. She's just delightful. She is just delightful. That's my son's word, and boy, did he nail it. I don't know how I got so blessed, but oh, anyway, let's see here. Okay, that's clearly quite crooked. So we're going to cut some off there. Okay. Yep. So this is what we're doing today. We're just going to cut and paste, it seems to me, but that's okay. We can do that. Let's make this a little bit cleaner cut. I should probably use my paper cutter, but I'm not. Just not today. I just need to be, if that makes sense to you. I just need to be creative, but you'll see. We're going to add to these pages and they're going to come out so nice. And yeah, so this one is for my mom. And we can cover that. That's going to be no big deal. We're going to get here. I already put the washi there. I'll see what I'm going to do here. And love story. Because truthfully, that's what I keep saying. That For my family, this is a love story. The entire family. And yeah, how blessed are we? How blessed are we? This is great. Okay. So I'm going to pop this one down here. We don't have to keep repeating the same process together. Okay, so what I did is I just cut some more pieces and we'll just get these on here and then we can continue. I want to make this joyous, but I also want it to reflect where I am at the present. And so that's why I think doing it like this, yeah. And, you know, I don't mean to come on here and cry. I don't. I'm just sad. I'm just very sad. Okay, and we have one more week here. And we're going to use these two, I think. And these are great. I've been hanging on to these, well, forever it seems. So let's use them. And then eventually we'll make room for new paper collection items, right? There we go. And we'll get this one down. And then I have some ideas. We'll use more washi and so on, okay? So what we're basically going to do in here is create this space so that it's about gratitude, it's about love, clearly. It's a family. Okay, so what I want to do is get rid of this 2024 here and maybe add a little bit of washi to each of these to kind of pop it up a bit. Now I want to look here. These are pretty. They're all pretty. I really love Simple Stories collections. Some of these I know were Carpe Diem because Simple Stories used to own Carpe Diem and so on. Just some pretty bits and bobs to add here. And I like this one for this space. These are hanger-ons. And so we're just going to, and then you'll see I have some ideas here. This is just going to be, it's almost like we're paper crafting and journaling at the same time, if you will. And I think that's kind of a good thing to do. We're going to put one here, just random, and put one below. Right, I was going to use the love washi over here. I may still, but right now, like that. And I have love, love. I like doing it in threes. So I think what I'll do is this. We're going to do this one. Love. Love. And let's get a third one up there. Okay. And so, yeah. Here we go. My nails are a little bit, they need to be redone already. I don't know. Is it me? Probably is me. I'm tough on my nails, I guess. Love, love, love. And we're going to come back either with stickers or some other paper. I want to get all the washi in and then figure it out. And I kind of like this one for here. Although, that could go well too. You know what? Let's use this one up. This is from an old, again, another old kit. It's the Wildflowers kit from Simple Stories. There we go. Yeah, this is actually good. Let's do it here, kind of like, yeah. Again, kind of, I did it at an angle over here. No, I didn't. Okay, so good. So then we're going to do an angle at the bottom. Yeah, let's just make it pretty, okay? And this is the thing. You have all these supplies. I know you do. If you're like me, you do. And why not use them? Why not get them out there and have fun with them? I kind of want to use this vintagey, or do I want to use this? This is one of my favorite washis ever. It looks like postage stamps. Isn't it the prettiest? So let's get rid of this 2024 again. Easy enough to do, right, friends? Come on, you can do it. There we go. All right. So let's cut some of this right here. Yep. And we're probably going to cover most of this. Yeah, that works. And we'll put some on the bottom. Yeah, we're just playing, and believe me, I need this creativity today, friends. I really do. It's going to help my heart in so many ways. Perfect. Now for this one, tempted. How about this little heart? Yeah, that works. The rest, we didn't quite get the rest of this. Ugh, these things drive me crazy, but they work, so I keep ordering them. If you, I hate to say that, how do I say this without sounding? I have a list on Amazon, and if you want to find some of those things like what I'm using there, the tape runners and stuff, they're on that list. I am not trying to hawk anything. It's just an easy place for me to put everything. And so, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been putting everything on there so it's easily found. You don't have to use my link. You can use whatever. I'm just telling you it's there. So if you want him to look at what brand I use and so forth, there you go. Okay, I like that. And then this one, I feel like, yeah, this is the finale, so I want it to be really pretty. Now this one, definitely this one. These are definitely on their way out too. I've used a lot of these, so I'm kind of happy about that. I hate, especially washi tape, if it just sits there, it doesn't last very long, you know. So I hate wasting anything like that. I don't want to waste it. To kind of cover that up a little bit. And we'll do the bottom bird here. Let's get this bird as well. Even if we clip it at the other end, I'm fine with that. Yeah, let's clip the other end a little bit, friends. All right, better. Good. Okay, perfect. All right, now I want to clean up a little bit. Okay, friends, so I went through a few more elements. Let me just show you how it all looks so far. So good, this is what we've got. And now we're going to create, over to my left, I have a bunch of letters. I have different pages. I have some alphabet stamps. So I think we are going to, yeah, I just want to look at some of these and see, get some ideas here. Okay. Yeah, I think that one will go there. Let's take another look. Actually, no, this one should go back there. Yeah, I'm just going to play and fill in, and basically this is going to be this month's journaling, free range journaling. You know what it's going to be? An homage to my family's love story. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. We are joyful, that's for sure. And this is something my mother taught us over and over again. She's still teaching us. So I think here I wouldn't mind like a journaling card, but I'm not sure what kind of journaling, like maybe this one. Oh, actually this one. Sure, it's perfect. So we're going to put this on. I know we're doing a lot of, this is fun though. I mean, it's emotionally, it's a lot of work, but I need to do this, if that makes sense, friends. There we go. That's good. And for this one, I'm tempted to do something like these little, these are small, but they're sweet. And let's look at this again. Love. Yep, that definitely works. This needs to be, it looks like I didn't, well, as usual, I didn't cut it straight. So we're going to put these here. So journaling can be anything you need it to be, friends. And so this month, this is what I need this space to be. I need this to be, to work, help me work my way through this grief and sadness and all of that. Okay. And so that's what we're doing here. I appreciate you. Oh, wait. I like these. Are there any of these I could write on? Although you can write on the backs of these, which isn't a bad thing either. These are so pretty. I have to say they do. I like that. I actually like that a lot. So what we're going to do is pop a quick hole in here. Yep. Instead of this, I think I'm going to use that. And can I do it? Yes, I can. Just like that. Okay. So I just think with journaling, it's one of the healthiest ways to get things out of me and to explore my feelings, especially when I feel like the world is just coming in. I think this would be good here. I do. Let me look again. Although it might be better there in some ways. Okay, we'll put that there. What are we going to put here? Yeah, that's good. So rather than have 95 meltdowns, although I am having some, I'm trying to channel this all in ways that would be good. So these are good for me. I know my mom would love, does love. And we're going to put one of these down here. Yep, this is turning out differently than I thought, but that's why I have an idea when I first think about a project, and then I just kind of go with it. And let the creative vibes go. And so, yeah, sometimes my videos are longer than I would like. Sometimes they're a little more scattered than I would like, but they're coming to you in the moment, in honesty, in, oh boy, let's lift this up a bit. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, that's good. Just makes it though. Yeah, no, I like it. And then I may put a few little stamping in there. This one I definitely think should go here. Okay, so that we either put it top or bottom. I'm going to put it bottom because then we're going to add some things in here. And this one definitely should go back here. I think that's, yeah. It certainly, I think, goes nicely with the washi, with the, yeah, bust. And here, this is going to go down here. Alrighty. Okay, so now we're just going to add in either some letters, some stamping. How doggone pretty, if I say so myself. All right, now I have the love, love, love here. I have some butterfly stamps. Okay, so I have smaller ones, I have medium ones. I grabbed these inks because they're pretty bright. And again, if you don't use them, you lose them. I did get these at, I think, Joann's actually. So I'm going to dig into this. Incidentally, these stamps are from, I guess it's Stampin' Up. And I bought them on Mercari used, and they were really an incredible, incredible deal. So I'm grateful that I did that. So let's add in some butterfly stamps here just to make it that much prettier. Yeah, this works. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that works. Okay. So we're really, really going full paper craft in here, if you ask me. Here we have more butterflies, and I almost think this little tiny one would be good. And maybe I'm just looking at the color scheme. You know what? I'm going to use this dark green, this English Ivy archival ink. We're just going to add a few small ones in here. I think that's, yeah, that's perfect. Put one up there. That's good. Just little bits and bobs. And can you believe this is a happy planner? I mean, not for anything, but it's really, I just love the fact that it's coming out this way. I feel like I want to do something a little different here. I don't know that I want the butterflies again, but I might like to do some lettering here. So let's grab the L, O, V, E. We're going to do a love thing here. Come on. These, I think I got it, I want to say either Pop Shelf, which isn't everywhere, and or Dollar General maybe. I think Dollar General owns Pop Shelf, FYI, so there's that. Now let me look at this color. I think we're actually just going to use brown. Okay, so let's get the L. Yeah, that works, because I didn't want to, there's so much color on here, then it becomes, are you taking away from the color? Are you adding to it? You know what I mean? Are you overshadowing it, I guess you would say? I don't want to do that. There we go. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Clearly it's not, and that's okay. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Now I wanted to add a few things up here, and the question is what? Oh, I know. Hold on. Okay, so I cleaned up a little bit too. I've got these. My mother taught me the joy of drinking tea, amongst other things. So I think we're going to do one of these. And I want to do this ink here. It's mulberry. Very pretty. And so we're going to make sure I get it inked up. And we're going to put it right here. And let's make sure we get that down. Yes, perfect. And I'm just going to do a little tea kettle, because that's what we do. We sit and we have tea. And it's lovely. Okay. Getting there, friends. Getting there. I love this. I'm so glad. This is so cathartic right now. And this, I don't know what I want to put here. I think I'm just going to put one little lonely, smallish butterfly. And I am actually going to use this archival ink mulberry again. Yeah, you know what? Let's use one up here as well. Yeah, that's good. Whew. Okay, friends, that's this one. I think we're done, and I'm going to fill in these pages and make it an homage to my mom, to our family, to all of us. Perfect. It's perfect. Now I'm going to really clean up, and then let's get into this skinny classic and have a little fun and bring the tone up. And I apologize if I'm sad. Can't help it. It's just sad. Alrighty, friends, here we go. I apologize. Sometimes I'm just on the verge of tears, and it just happens. And, you know, I appreciate the fact that I'm allowed to be human with you, and that matters to me. So I dug out different stamps I have here. These are from Fiskars. These are from Illustrated Faith. And then I have my Mojo Jojo plans here. So why don't we get in here? I'll show you again. I can show you July. And I'm using this as a mood tracker. And in many ways, that's what this space has become, kind of me to just, it's not as intense as some of the other journaling, but it's also a way to track my moods, track how I'm feeling, etc. And I used ink, as you can see. I used stickers, and I added lines where I needed to, which I might do again. So here we are. Today's Wednesday. I'll drop this on Friday. So again, I'm still doing, and yeah, I'm up and down today. I'm sorry, friends. I do apologize. So what I'd like to do now is add in some, instead of stickers, I think we'll use, and inking, we're going to use stamps and stickers. So I think that kind of works. And I was trying to figure out what colors in here, and I don't know. I like the blue. I like the soft green and the brown. I may grab another book, actually. So let's look at these pastel journaling boxes, which I think might be the better answer this time. Yeah, just different colors and so forth. I'm not sure how I'm going to go in here, but at least this gives me, yeah, I like this actually. Even if I use the green, it's a deeper green. I can use that if I want. Oh, I like the yellow too. I definitely am a yellow. Let's see here, which was in the other book too. I don't know. I also have these rainbow ones, which I guess can wait, but or this pink. Maybe a pink or a blue. These are so, or purple would be nice. You know what? I'm really tempted. I like this one too, though. Maybe we'll go with this brighter. It's a thought. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. So, do we want to do this? Gosh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be indecisive. I feel like I just let all of my emotions out in the last part of this video. And again, I apologize. Just a tough time for all of us. That's it. There's no need to pontificate further. You know what? We might go with some of this brightness because Lord knows your girl here needs some brightness. And ironically, maybe not ironically, but sometimes I feel like we're led to exactly what we need to be doing. And this emotional space is what I need to be doing right now, ironically, I guess, or not. So coming into this space, yeah, I'm all about it. So right now, I think I'm going to do a combination of the green and the yellows. I think that would be pretty good. So we're going to do a little back work in here, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with it. I'm only a few days late, so that's not too bad. Okay, let's put a bunch of stickers down and then we'll get into the stamping. I think that would be an awful lot of fun, if you will. I'll put this one here. These are such pretty stickers. I really love Mojo Jojo Plans and her collections. I think she does a really good job. And no, I'm not, what do they call it? I don't even know. Affiliate. I'm not an affiliate. You know, I'm just scrubbing along here. And that's fine. I don't need to be an affiliate. I'm good. I'm just saying, no, you know what? I want to move that up a little. Or move it down a little if I can get it up. I'm just enjoying her collections. Oh, no, it's not coming. That's fine. We'll leave it. Maybe we'll stamp over it. We'll see. Anyway, I just feel like I needed extra space today, if that makes sense, to do this. And creativity, because sometimes when you're dealing with sad situations, the best thing you can do for yourself is exactly what I'm doing today. Be creative. Let yourself go. Immerse yourself in something you love to counteract negativity or sadness or whatever you're going through. Journaling, creative journaling has really changed the game for me. Planning has changed the game in one direction. Creative journaling has done it in a different way. And it's, I feel, my privilege to share this space with you and to talk to you and to open up a bit because, yeah, I just feel very blessed about that, entirely blessed. So just mentioning, I think we're going to put this one right here. Yeah, that looks good. And I'd like to put a green one with lines, please. I prefer lines right here over the notes section. And maybe one or two more boxes. And then I think we're pretty good, actually. How about this one here? And then this one here. Why not, right? Although, of course, I need to work on getting things straight. We're only going to do this week in here because otherwise this video is going to be like so long. Okay, it's not bad, is it? No, but this one's really crooked. It's egregiously crooked, shall we say. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what? Why don't we do it over here? How about that? No, that's not working either. Sometimes if I change my perspective, it helps me. I prefer it over here, truthfully. I just need to make it straight. There we go. Better. Alrighty, friends. So now let's see here. What else are we doing? Let's get out the stamps. So I have everything tea related. I did bring out this washi from, it's an old one I have from Cocoa Daisy. I don't know if I'm really going to use it or not. So I have all these tea kind of cup things and your tea-rific, and there's more. Plus I have some of these. I have to be honest with you. What I love best are these. I mean, I love the religious stamps they have, certainly. But something like this where it's just dots and you're just like, boom, going in. So I have this mustard seed. I have bundled sage. And I have this one, which I think is a bit intense. You know, I may grab a brown or something a little more neutral, friends. As much as I love the distressed oxide, I found these. Oh, that's black. I want brown, not black. But I like these. What do you think, friends? Okay, I grabbed the brown too. Yeah, I think we can use some of these darker colors to kind of make it pop a bit. Now I need to grab my other stamp block. I use one here to hold my tea, which is probably ridiculous, but I don't care. And let's see how we're going to do this. This is going to be pretty, and it's going to be fun. So how about we do this big one first? Personally, I prefer block stamp, or the wooden block stamps, but in a pinch, I can use these. What color do I want this to be? I think we're actually going to go with the darker green. I want these to pop a bit, if that makes sense. So using a lighter color probably wouldn't be so great. So let's try to get it on there. I just like the wooden stamps. I just find them easier to clean and so forth. I'm going to put this right here. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's a little bit of a contrasting color, but I actually like it in that way. Let's try this goldenrod. Hopefully this works for this one. These tea stamps are old from Fiskars. Again, I found them on Mercari for a steal, and I am really enjoying them. You know what? I don't know that this color is really gonna pop with all the yellow and green. I think I'm actually going to use the brown. Yeah, let's use the brown. It may come through with a little bit of the yellow goldenrod color, but that's okay. That's really pretty. Yeah, let's do this one up here. No. Yeah, right here. Oh, perfect. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad I did that. Okay, we're getting there. And I bought 2 of that set so I would have, you know, extras and so forth. I like this, Your Terrific. So let's put that down. I think I'm going to stick to mostly brown. I could use a little bit of green. Maybe I'll use some green for this because it's easy enough. Where do I want to put this one? Kind of want to put it up there, so I'm going to move it down. Let's re-ink. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Good. It's coming along nicely, actually. I'm thrilled. I'm really thrilled. Let's see here. Is there anything else? We're the perfect blend. How you been? Your kindness warms my heart. Friend, thanks. Let's go with We're the Perfect Blend. It's kind of a, yeah, whoops. Yeah, let's do that one, and we'll do this one in brown. Okay. And this will be a good, clearly I need to journal this week. Let me get a tissue to wipe that. Alrighty, I think we're going to do this one kind of right here, or right here maybe. That works. We're the perfect blend. I love it. I just love it. Oh my goodness, how pretty. There's a tea bag. Where is the tea bag? I saw a tea bag stamp. It's got to be here somewhere. Here it is. Perfect. And that we'll do in brown. Or maybe we'll do green. And then we'll do brown. We could do that. Let's do one in green, which I do believe should be over here. Make sure we've got that kind of right there. Oh, I love it. It's perfect. Good, good, good. It's coming together. Yay. Sometimes you conceive of something and then you're like, oh, no. No, this works perfectly. And we're going to do this right over half and half. Half on the stamp or the sticker and half there. And that's perfect. 1 or 2 more. Let's see. I have this cup here. I think we could do this one somewhere. And I wonder if there's one more that we can find and work on. This is really, it's cute. I have to say it's cuter than I would have thought. I don't want to be too redundant down there. Up here I could, or I could put it with this one. I've got 3 there though. That's kind of, first off, okay. This is also not straight. That's all right. If I do it slowly, hopefully I can get it to come up. Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to move it over a little bit, like here. Just slightly. There you go. And that makes room for this over here. Perfect. Okay. Let's put this one here. Oh, that probably came out the best. I wouldn't mind one more. Let's do thanks a latte. Okay, let's do that. Why not? Green or brown. I have, let's see, I have 3, 4 brown, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do green. Thanks a latte. Okay. What do you think? I think it's cute. I do. I think it came out pretty well, actually. I have these other stamps I could add in, but I almost feel like that would be too much. And I think for next week, I'll do something similar. Different type of stamps, but I think I'm going to continue to stamp. I almost feel like I need a sticker right here because it's kind of just blowing in the wind, if you will. So let's add another small yellow over here since it's a lot of green there. Or maybe even a medium yellow. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, let's do more of a medium instead of the small. Or something like this. This is good. Perfect. Okay, friends. I think we are all set. I think both journals came out really well. I'm going to not worry about this washi tape today. I have to admit, washing these particular stamps is not my favorite thing, but I'll do it and let them dry. So again, we did a whole month in this one, and I am glad we did it. I'm going to sit down today because clearly your girl here needs some solace. So I'm going to go in here. I love it. I love how this turned out, and I love that it's different from the previous 2 months, which is what I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be the same. This is so pretty, if I say so. I'm so thrilled with how this came out. And I think this is perfect because I need light and bright, and yeah, this is exactly what I need this week too. Thanks so much, friends. And I'm sorry again about my little emotional side today, but you know, life is lifing. If I can lift you up, please let me know in the comments, and please be kind in the comments because again, this is a rough time for our family. Thank you so much. Journal your feelings, journal your joy, journal your sorrow. It makes a huge difference, friends. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye now.